Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you a quick, easy and effective way to install a transverse bed into your van conversion. This hack uses materials that you can source from Ikea, and with a few bits of timber you can build a really strong structure in your van conversion.
I went to Ikea and I've purchased 3 of these mid beams. If you've got a bed at home from Ikea and you had a look under the mattress, you'll probably see one of these mid beams as the centre strut, which is the main integrity for the bed. You can also get these brackets which hold the mid beams from the spare parts, and you get these for free. So they're £10 a beam, so I use 3 of them for the floating bed, and that's 30 quid. And then I'll build myself some slats out of 2x1 PSE. Nice low profile brackets, which have 3 of them fixed to the wall, and I've obviously used roofing battens behind the plywood as the structure to make sure that they're nice and strong, and that's all hidden behind the walls. I've put the score of the mid beams in to George's Adventure, and you can see I've gone for 3 beams, and they span the entire width because these are collapsible. And it's really easy with these low profile brackets. You can just easily remove them because it just slots in and it's really strong. I'm laying the PSE frame on top of the Scorva mid beams. I've cut the initial pieces, and what I've done now is I've just measured the span between here and here. It's 57 centimeters, so I now need to cut probably about 20 or 30 slats at 57 centimeters, and I'll show you a quick jig of how you can make this a quicker process. Here's my chop saw set up, and I've screwed a length of batten to the actual chop saw to extend it along, and I've actually used a stop block at 57 centimeters with a cramp, and now I'll just feed the PSE up to the stop block and cut. I'll repeat that process and it makes the whole thing a lot quicker. I wasn't able to get much footage once the slats were in place yesterday because the light level went, but this is what it looks like during the day. I think it's 14 slats on each side, really strong. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pocket hole each of these slats to make it a rigid frame. This is the trend pocket jig that I'm going to be using to fix these slats onto the frame, and it comprises of this clamp jig here and this drill bit. You simply clamp a piece of timber in and then create the hole using the drill, and it will look something like this. And what that does is if you screw into that, it will fix into another piece of timber. Looking at this first piece, we've now got 2 neat holes which are ready to receive the pocket screws to fix this into the frame. There's one pile and there's the other pile. Slats are ready to be screwed into the timber frame. Looking at the sketch of my bed frame, I've worked out that the 14 slats have a gap of 88mm between each one. And this is perfect because each of the slats is 44mm wide, so I'm just going to use 2 slats as spacers between each one, and I'm just going to use my pocket screws and get them fixed in. There's the bed slats in. We're using the Scorva mid beams. All in for materials. We'll fit 30 quid for the mid beams, and the timber was probably 20 quid. So not bad. I'm sat in the bed. I finished screwing the bed frame together. Really happy with how it looks. First time making it out of 2x1 PSE. And yeah, just checking the head height above, which is good. This is going to be a reading light, so, and there's another reading light on the other side. The bed is 185 centimeters long, just because I've used the recesses in the walls at the head and at the foot. So really happy. Once you've finished the main structure of your bed, you can add a decorative face piece using a sheet of plywood cut to the desired shape, and this will hide the beam, and you can paint it a colour to match the rest of your conversion.